We are back, and that is a fact. How is it going, everybody? How's it going? I am giving my thoughts on Halo, the original Halo from the Master Chief Collection. Now, a bit of history with this game. Halo is one of those games that doesn't need too much of an introduction about, but so far, the game has a legacy of its own. And, the legacy of this game, it basically carried a whole system. Basically put an entire system into the echelon of greatness. Xbox was like a brand new console. PlayStation and Nintendo were, basically established. And I'm more of a PlayStation guy than anything, but I would be amiss to suggest that the original Xbox wasn't something that was very innovative. I had an original Xbox when it came out, actually a few years after it came out, but the things that it did was amazing. The home screen was so cool. Xbox Live was so innovative and definitely was a trailblazer for online gaming that we know and love today. And Halo was a huge pioneer for that. Everybody my age has very fond memories of this game. Whether it was you playing on Xbox Live and shit talking other people while you kill them, or you just getting three other buddies and playing couch co-op, or just killing each other in the multiplayer on the I definitely have fond memories of this. But going back, and I knew this before I went back to the original. The first Halo title, Halo Combat Evolved, to me is the weakest in the series. Now, that being said, I've only played 1 and 2. I'll probably get to 2 and 3 next year, I believe. I love 2. 2 is an amazing game. 1, I remember not liking it as much as 2, but now that I played it again, and I didn't finish this game, but I basically got to the end of the game and stopped because I was just... I couldn't do it anymore. And I'll go over that. But this game is... I don't even know if I should really go over the story. The story isn't too out there, but basically humanity is in a war with this group of aliens called the Covenant, and they've been at this war for a long time. And you play as a super soldier named Master Chief. And you go throughout the game trying to fight the Covenant, and you find out that the Covenant has unleashed something, something bad. I'm not going to get too much into it because it's spoilers, light spoilers though. It's not like the game lives and dies on its story, which is probably where my first criticisms lie. The story wasn't very captivating. I know that's not the huge selling point of this game, and maybe I would love this game more if I was playing it co-op with somebody, or just playing couch co-op like I did back in the day. But just playing the story, and not doing any of the online or multiplayer at all. The story just felt very, very, just not a lot of meat on the bone. The characters were very one-dimensional. There wasn't a lot of personality to anybody. Master Chief is literally just a vehicle for the character to fight the Covenant and explore this pretty linear world, which I know is not an open world, but that being said too, the worlds too aren't really anything to write home about. I found myself becoming really, really bored with all the walking around, and I felt there was just multiple levels being reused, not throughout multiple levels. The levels felt different. It was just within the level, I felt I would go to several different rooms. I'm okay, these rooms look almost identical, and it would get me lost sometimes. There'd be a lot of wandering around, which I felt like inflate the game's playtime. And also, this game is so bad about throwing like so many enemies at you, especially when the new threat is thrown at you, the flood. That's when like you just get so many enemies thrown at you. It's ridiculous. And that's a kind of a pet peeve of mine. Like the Uncharted series did that. Well, not the series, sorry. The first Uncharted game did that, where it was like you would solve a puzzle and then you would just get like 50 guys thrown at you. And like, not that I'm against like, you know, killing a bunch of enemies in a video game. It was just like at some point it just gets very tedious, where it's like it's not even a challenge. It's just like you're just running around like killing all these people, and you're like, okay, I get it. Like oh, there's more. Like it's not even challenging. It's just tedious, and like that, I didn't like that at all. I didn't like that at all, one bit. This game is just, it has a legacy, and I respect that. I really do. But man, I just did not like this game. I didn't like this game at all. This game, I don't know. I feel like if the story could have been what it was, but I feel like a thing that could have really helped this game is if like they just gave like more, like the characters were just more memorable. And I'm not asking for like Grammy-winning performances or like the most like deep entailed characters ever. I know the series does rectify this the more and more you get into Master Chief, and especially the relationship between Master Chief and Cortana. But man, this game just was very frustrating in a lot of ways, you know, because like I was really wanting to love this game. I was really wanting to love this game, but I just didn't. I just really did not love this game, you know. Another thing I didn't really like, I felt the minor enemies could have been, well, I guess the minor enemies were fine. The grunts kind of like sucked. I mean, like they were really easy to kill, but you know, that's fine, you know. Then you had like the shield guys, which were like, yeah, that was fine. And then you had like the big like elites, you know, and then that they get to be like elitier elites, where like they're like better. That was fine. Oh, you get the vehicles was cool. I will say, using the vehicles in the game, like the Warthog wasn't as much fun because I wasn't playing co-op. But man, if I was playing co-op, the Warthog would have been so much fun. So much fun, man. I feel like my enjoyment of this game would have like skyrocketed if I was playing with somebody. But I was just playing by myself, and that's okay. But yeah, like riding the Banshee was cool. The Scorpion, the Ghost. Oh man, it took me back to so many memories I had of enjoying this series. Man, that was so cool. That was so cool. And overall, the music. I think the music is like the really high point of this series. Well, I shouldn't say that. The multiplayer is really the crowning achievement of this series, but the music is like a close second. The music of the Halo series is just phenomenal. So phenomenal. It's iconic. Every person, like I think anybody who's like remotely a fan of Xbox is aware of like the Halo music. This remake too was especially good. I didn't, like I said, I didn't get into any of the extra games, but just like there was this option to view the game on how it used to look and the game on how it looks now. And man, they made this game look so beautiful. And this game was pretty beautiful for like its time when it came out. But man, the remaster was just breathtaking. Very breathtaking. The combat was very... I hated that you couldn't aim with things. I thought that was kind of a neat choice. Maybe it was trying to set itself differently compared to Call of Duty. But who knows? I mean, you could aim with the handgun and obviously the sniper rifle. But but you didn't have many options there, and there was a decent amount of guns. Like, you had the assault rifle, the pistol, the shotgun, the rocket launcher, and then like the plasma pistol, and then like the plasma rifle, the needle. The needler was cool. I like the needler. It just felt like kind of the amount of weapons could have been. I get it's the first game, and like, need to establish that like Halo 1 walked so the rest of the series could run, and not just that, like just the rest of like shooters. Like, I feel like shooters definitely improved upon this formula, so I understand that. That being said, though, I would say I had a very I would say negative experience with this game. If it weren't for the legacy of this game would probably get like a 4 from me, 4 out of 10. But that being said, you can't when it's a game like this that was such like a trailblazer for so many others, I'll be a little bit more lenient. I'll give it a 5.5, like just an average game. I don't. That's not me saying like, oh, this is just an average game. It had like no effect ever on, like, you know, the gaming industry as a whole. This obviously is not true. Halo is one of, if there's a Mount Rushmore, I guarantee Halo is probably on that Mount Rushmore of gaming, you know. But I just did not like this game very much. I didn't really enjoy this game. I felt like there were so many things that this game could have improved upon to elevate my experience, but I digress. I feel like I wasn't experiencing the part that like actually mattered with not playing multiplayer and stuff, and you know, that's something I'll just accept. Like, yeah, sure, maybe if I just play multiplayer, it becomes an 8 out of 10. I'm like, oh man, this game's so fun, you know. I'm really just basing this off the story. But I'm also a really big endorser of, just because a game is multiplayer focused doesn't mean that it can't have a good campaign, you know? You can still invest in the campaign and have in-depth characters, a really good, you know, story. This is possible, you know. I don't want to like just, oh, it's okay because you have a good multiplayer. You can have a good multiplayer and you can have a good single player experience. Like, those are not that's completely fine. And I hate when like games just you know, don't even have a single player, like, you know, Overwatch or there's others, but I'm drawing a blank. But Overwatch is the big example for me. Like, a single player Overwatch experience would be so cool, but it is what it is. So yeah, I think a 5.5 is fine for this game. And that's just my personal take on it. Obviously, like I said, this game is this game did so much for the gaming industry, not just Xbox, but like so much for the gaming industry. This was definitely this definitely has a legacy. This is a game that should be respected, but I just don't think this is a game for me. I know they're not saying this will scare me away from the rest of the series. I'll replay Halo 2, and I never got to play Halo 3, and I hear really good things about Halo 3, but I'm excited to get to those. I probably won't get to this till next year, but I'm going to be working on the video for College Football 25 and the video for the Spyro Reignited trilogy, both games that I'm pretty positive on. Right now I'm playing Marvel Rivals, and I'm also playing Man of Medan, which, if none of you guys know, Man of Medan is a game that's like those choice games. There's not a lot of gameplay to it. It's just almost like watching a movie, but you like make the decisions. Like, a killer will be after you, and you can go left or right, but if you go right, you die, and go left, you're saved, kind of thing, you know. And there's no taking back the decisions you make. Like, once a decision is made, whether it's good or bad, you have to live with it. And I have a soft spot for those kinds of games. But that being said, this has been your boy Vay, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. Bye.